Ellinor Forland and Betty Zinn were two ladies from the National Council of Jewish Women who had basically a lot of moxie. And they heard about this program out of Seattle that was helping children who had suffered from abuse and neglect, had been removed from their homes, and somebody would tell a judge what these children really needed. And that's what they did.
This was something that really got their imagination, got their attention. For the first year, they worked it totally out of their homes. So they started it in early '84. In the spring of '85, they actually moved into a location off of 410 East.
And Betty and Ellinor are an example of what a community can do. And we need to thank Ellinor and Betty for starting that dream. Well, and looking back in the history, and it goes way back, back in the early 90s, Judge Annie Morellis, Judge John Specia, and I also recognize Commissioner Robert Tejeda on Commissioner's Court. They recognized the need for a dedicated child abuse and neglect court. And so that's when the idea of Children's Court first came up through the leadership of those individuals. We wanted to make sure this community was aware about child abuse and neglect. We have what I call the nationally renowned Bexar County Children's Court. We have a lot of resources that we bring to the table, so that vision was to fix the system, and I think we've done well.
So a lot of the time I felt very alone, or I didn't really have somebody, especially adults. I really needed that as a kid. And so I think with CASA, it just gave me somebody that was there for me.
And what I think you'll see is a children's court system that truly protects children, truly empowers families, and at the same time continually seeks to improve the system. And I'm truly proud that CASA's been part of this whole journey.
I think the importance of CASA is giving a child an opportunity to think of outside of their own problems, and that there's not maybe a solution, but a way of getting away from it and doing better.
I think the importance of CASA is to let a child be a child. But I think an advocate, to me, I think of it as like a lifesaver.
So here I am, 25 years later, and I want to thank Ellie for her calm confidence and her guidance in putting children first and being amazed every day by the volunteers who do this work.
Oftentimes people say to me, "Oh gosh, I can't do that. I don't like seeing children injured or hurt, but if we don't do it, who else?"
And I really want to give special thanks to the National Council of Jewish Women, for which Ellinor Forland and Betty Zinn were a part of. They have continued and will always be there for children and family. I think that's just their core value, to be part of this community. And I just say at our San Antonio, muchas gracias.
Our honorees have all contributed to the legacy of child welfare in the Bexar County area and to CASA as a whole. And just thank you. Thank you from me, thank you from the board, thank you from our advocates, our staff, and the children that we serve. Most of all, the children that we serve.
But I think overall it's just a big thank you. Thank you for myself. Thank you for kids that ended their story great like mine. And I don't know what I would have done without CASA.